Why would someone intermittent fast? A lot of times, especially this time of year, right, as we're getting into summer, as I mentioned, we get it because people want it purely for weight loss.
Yep.
Right, because they think that it's going to be the best way for them to lose weight. And I think that to one end of that, sure, it could be a good way for you to lose weight, and that's going to be because you're cutting out an entire meal from your day.
Just caloric standpoint.
So just from a caloric standpoint, it's you're putting yourself in an easier place to take calories out of your day. So if you do that consistently, sure, you should get yourself into a calorie deficit, and you should lose weight, right? If all things kind of stay the same in your life. So if you remove that 400, 500 calories that you had for breakfast, all right, if you do that for a month, you should see weight loss.
This podcast is sponsored by Memento Health. We got an awesome electrolyte supplement here that we just paired up with. We also are selling it within our studio and are affiliated with online. Incredible electrolyte is formulated with the best sourced sodium, potassium, magnesium, and amino acids to help absorb it, right? So it's got the correct ratio of sodium, potassium, and magnesium for optimal hydration. It also has great sourced amino acids from this Japanese company that does fermented amino acids instead of a typical chemical process. So check these guys out. We'll have the link below. Awesome, awesome partner.
But it's just people understanding that that's all that's kind of happening there.
Yeah.
I mean, at a base level, that's all that's happening there.
Yeah.
So you could achieve this plenty of different ways. Like you're saying that you like to maybe wait till 12 because, one, it works for your schedule. You like the way your body feels when you're doing it. Maybe you feel some mental clarity. But if you're on the other end of that and you don't like that, right? You don't like the way it feels. You like to eat breakfast. Don't deprive yourself of breakfast just because you think intermittent fasting is the answer, because it doesn't have to be the answer. Just finding yourself in a caloric deficit would be the answer if your goal is weight loss, right? It's kind of understanding that intermittent fasting is, at its base level, no more than just a calorie deficit. It's just how you're doing it. So if your goal is to get rid of 400 to 500 calories, you can do that over the course of 3 meals and snacks.
Yeah.
Right. So if you had 700 calorie meals, now if I need to get to a 400 calorie deficit, I need to remove some of that. So I'm going 150 from each meal, right, or 100, a little over 100 calories from each one of those meals. Now I've got that. I've gotten there already. That is my calorie deficit, as opposed to skipping a meal that maybe, if your body likes to have breakfast and you've been eating early, you're not going to feel great with. Maybe you feel a little irritable now because you don't have that meal.
Yeah, and it's a base.